Hello, I'm Jerry Merchant, and today I am going to be doing a video review of Mr. Bean's diary. The reason that it's a video is because this is a very different kind of book to your typical book. And yes, it is very thick. Um, yes, it is a book with text in it, but it is a very visual book. So let's take out my 3D printed bookmark, and you can look up Mr. Bean on Wikipedia if you want to know more information about who that is. Um, and if you don't know, this book came, and I'm kind of gonna, for the shortness of, to keep this review short, assume that you know who that is. So, knowing who Mr. Bean is, here is Mr. Bean's diary. As you can see, he's taken another book and made it into his diary, and if we open it up, we can see proof of this. This. And then this is the kind of, like, if you're really into this sort of humor is objective. This is the kind of, I'll show you some other jokes too, but this is one of the jokes that you see, or my place, and it's pointing to England, which is funny. Obviously, that sticker is from the library that I borrowed this from. That has nothing to do with me. So if we, so by diary they mean like a day planner. Um, so that must be like a British joke. So and it starts in Christmas '93 or '92, and then it in December. And then it ends in December, so if 93, or sorry, it starts in December 92, and then it's January. So, and this is the kind of thing that you see in the book. So it's not a very traditional book, and all of the jokes are very visual. Look at that. Ah! You could just hear him saying that, and then there's a postcard in the upper left, in the upper right corner. And on my camera, because it's a two-dimensional image, it really looks like it's sticking out, but as you can see, it's not sticking out. Now there is a 3D effect on this book. The cover, you can kind of see, has some pencil marks on it. So, and the entire thing, the story of Mr. Bean is told through diary entries. So here he is. There's his first girlfriend who you see in the show, and she's a librarian, and he's upset because he can't do the necessary push-ups in order to impress her. So he gets upset in the book, and it kind of there's several jokes and stories throughout there. Here's another one. This is one of my favorites. So here is February. And the next week in February. And then diary found in big letters. Also, if you do get this, watch the cars, because notice that one of them is Mr. Bean's car, and then there's that three-wheeled car that he's always bullying. There's some funny jokes with those cars in that quarter. And the entire thing is all of these different antics that he gets up to. There are... that one doesn't make sense. There are letters that he receives at various different times of the book. And you find out that he has a neighbor in a flat down the like in an adjacent apartment that has a toilet that is making noises that he doesn't, that is causing him to have horrible nightmares, and you learn this by reading the letters. So it's not just like his own thoughts, but also the letters that he's received from people. And you can see kind of the trouble that he's gotten into. There's later on, there's a newspaper clipping at one point as well that he puts in the diary. So let me see if I can find that. So in the entire thing, it's kind of telling these stories, these adventures that are happening to him in a very visual manner, which is very with the theme of Mr. Bean. It's a very Mr. Bean story. And I can't find the newspaper clipping, but it is in here. Here's a grocery list, so you can see that all of the things is very visual. I highly recommend it. I think it's very funny. One of the other fun things about it is that it makes references to episodes of the TV show, so you might want those in hand to enjoy as you flip through it. I do, but obviously, if you're not into the style of humor that you're familiar with Mr. Bean, then you will not enjoy this. It is very much to the style, and it has been written by Robin Driscoll and Rowan Atkinson, who plays Mr. Bean, and the other guy, Robin, is one of the people who wrote a lot of the sketches that you see on Mr. Bean. So it's the same quality of humor and that you expect in a different form. So you can see very different kind of, let's hold it up this way, very different kind of book. There's nothing really on the back, and on the side there's even, I don't know if that's an accurate library catalog number. I'd have to actually ask a librarian to and in spite of the rumors, I do not work at a public library. The local rumors, because I go to the library all the time. Anyways, so that is Mr. Bean's diary, and I really enjoyed it, and I really recommend it. Now, the problem is that it's challenging to get in Ontario and here in Canada. There's a system where you can get things from other libraries, and the only library where you can get that is Guelph Public Library. So it's pretty rare and difficult and challenging to get. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review, and thank you very much for watching.